everyone. Welcome to the Frostburg Minute. My name is Anna Callis, and today I am here with Dr. Sunshine Brosi. Dr. Brosi is a professor here at FSU, as well as a published researcher. And today she's here to talk with us about the lab research she's doing with her graduate students currently on campus. How are you today, Dr. Brosi?
Great. Thanks for having me, Anna.
Thank you for being here. So can you tell us a little bit more about the research you're conducting?
Sure. So I work on the science of tree rings, and every year in the temperate forest, the trees stop growing in the winter, and this creates a unique pattern in the wood that we can investigate and ask lots of questions about from this pattern.
Very interesting. So how is this work conducted?
So we go out into the woods and we take a hand drill, a small drill, and put it into the tree. And that drill allows us to take a piece of the tree without hurting the tree. And then we take that piece of the tree back to the lab, and we can figure out how old the tree is. We can figure out all kinds of questions. If an insect has eaten the leaves of the tree, lots of different things, and we can use it to look at climate change.
Oh, very interesting. So how do you think that the information that you gather from the tree ring research is valuable to the field of science or to your graduate students?
Yeah, we can find out lots of really fun things. Like one of the things that we found was the oldest Table Mountain pine that occurs in the whole United States, and that's actually grows right on Dan's Mountain, right near here. So we went out and collected a piece of the tree, and it is over 340 years old. So it started growing in the 1600s, which is really neat.
Yeah.
We can also take a piece of a barn and figure out how old the barn is. So we dated a barn in Flintstone, and we know that it was erected in the 1800s, so we know how old that barn is.
Interesting. Is there anything you'd like to show us here today?
Oh, sure. I can show you a piece of wood where you can look at the patterns of growth on there, and you can also see a spot here where an insect infected the wood and caused a little blemish on the wood. And this is a piece of that barn that I was talking about. So you can see the piece of the wood of the barn. You can see how slow growing this oak tree was that was used for that barn.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
I also have the little hand drill or the increment bore that we use when we take pieces of the tree out. So we use this to drill into the tree, and then we get a little section of the tree. So this is the oldest Table Mountain pine. Yep. And it was growing over 100 years before they even signed the Declaration of Independence.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool to think about a tree being that old.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking with me today.
Sure. Thanks for having me, Anna.
Thank you all for tuning in to our discussion with Dr. Sunshine Brosi. Once again, I'm Anna Callis, and this has been the Frostburg Minute.